Well, all right. I think you're becoming a really good saxophone player by now. You've learned a lot of great techniques, all the fundamentals to play the saxophone. We've learned a few fun things, some embellishments, trills, all kinds of things like that. Now it's time to get to something even more sophisticated and really adds a lot of color to your sound. It's called vibrato. Let me demonstrate a little vibrato. So, what vibrato is creating a wave in the sound. It really makes the sound nice. And all the instruments use it, especially vocalists, flutists, and saxophonists, and many other instruments. I like to use it as an expressive quality in my playing. What I'm going to do now is teach you how to create vibrato. We're going to start off very slowly and then we'll speed it up. But first, let me talk a little bit about physically how you do this. So you've got your embouchure set on the mouthpiece and you're getting ready to play a nice note. You've got a big airstream set to go. You can play the note and then add the vibrato. Now how you do this is you slightly move your jaw up and down, just slightly. Ya. You think ya. Loosen your jaw and tighten your jaw. And this will create a wave in the sound. Now again, we want the sound to have a nice full center to it, but we're creating a little shimmer or a little wave around the sound. So now I'm going to do this again slowly. What I'll do is I'll do quarter note vibrato so you can hear it in quarter notes. Let's try that. Just listen. I'm going to count to 4 and I'll do it in quarter notes just using the note G. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now what I'm doing is I'm loosening and tightening my jaw just ever so slightly. Not enough to make a huge pitch bend, but just a slight wave in the sound. That's vibrato. Now, I'm doing it nice and slow so you can learn how to do it, and that's how we practice vibrato. We start slow. The best way is maybe to start doing quarter note vibrato. So vibrato has rhythm, just like the notes have rhythm, and we can do it in time and rhythm. We start off with quarter notes. So 1 wave per beat. That's what I was just doing there. Let me do it again. Loosening and tightening back up so you get that wave in the sound. So that's vibrato. Now once you get that, you can do it faster. So now let's use eighth notes to play the vibrato. We're getting into a faster speed, getting closer to what we would use it for, the speed we would use it in actual music. Here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was eighth note vibrato. Now, I just want to keep getting it a little bit faster so we can get even closer to the real vibrato we'll use in music. The next would be triplet vibrato. Now triplets, we haven't talked about triplets yet, but I'll give you a crash course on triplets. It's 3 notes per 1 beat, or 3 rhythms per 1 beat. So in your head you can count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's how fast I'm going to do the vibrato. So here's the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 3 waves per beat. Now I'm going to continue along and go 1 faster than that. And once I get 1 faster, we're getting around the speed that we need it to have for the vibrato. So here it goes, 4 waves per beat. 4 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, play. So again, I'm creating the vibrato with my jaw, making the waves. Now you can change the width of the vibrato. That means how deep and big the wave is. You can make it very deep and full, or you can make it smaller and narrow. Now typically, if I'm playing a low note, I might play it slower and wider because low notes are big and full, so we need to slow the vibrato down, make it a little slower and wider. For instance, here I'll play it down low. So that was a slow vibrato and pretty wide. Now I'm going to go a little higher now, into a higher note, and play a vibrato faster because we want it faster when we get higher. And maybe just a little bit narrower, meaning not as deep in the wave. Okay? Now I'm going to do that on 1 note so you can hear the difference. Slow and wide, and then fast and narrow. Now that might be a little bit wide for normal music, but I just want you to hear it. Now let's do it faster and narrower. I like it a little bit faster and a little bit narrower because it's more subtle, and that's the best way to use it in most music. Now again, you can start to use vibrato when you're playing solo pieces, when you have long notes that you want to put some color on. And generally when you're in your band, you won't use it that much because when you're playing with other musicians, it doesn't match as well unless everyone else is using the same kind of vibrato as you. So this is a time to think about it when you have a solo, when you're practicing solo pieces and you have a nice long note that you want to put some color on. Go ahead and try some vibrato. And that's vibrato for you.